Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. My name is Motunde. If you're just joining and if it's your first time, thank you for tuning in again. I'm excited to be back recording a video. It's also February, the month of love. January wasn't so long. That was very exciting to know. I'm starting a series this month tagged Cupid Says, where I'll be bringing people to come and talk about their relationships, love, marriage. If you feel it's something you would like to know about, then you need to tune in every week. Today, I have a guest called Adebola Williams. She's going to come here to say a lot about her unique relationship. I won't spill a lot. Stay here, subscribe, comment, like, and let's have a good time. Hi, guys, again. My guest! Yay! All right, meet Adebola Williams. She is my Instagram friend. This is like the first time I'm really like seeing her and spending time together. Before I brought her on board, I had seen. So I know that this relationship love is not really. It's not something people want to talk about. They kind of want to preserve that space of theirs. But I'd seen that she had been vocal about her relationship. Why she would say, but I saw that she was ready, open to talk about it. And it was like, you know what, I really want to talk about it. And she's like the perfect person for me. So welcome to my channel.
Thank you for having me.
Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe and share with your friends.
Yes. All right. So without much ado, I will let her introduce herself first. Then we'll get into the business for the day.
So should I introduce myself as a human being?
Or as a what? What else would it be if not that?
Or as what I do for work?
No, let's just make it more personal. So who is
Okay.
Adebola Williams on a playful, casual note?
Nice. My name is Adebola Williams.
Okay.
You can call me Adebola. You can call me Adebola. Never Bola. On
Never
a
Bola.
casual note, even when we are really playing.
Uh-huh.
I work in tech, and I'm just trying to figure out life.
She's a money woman.
Yes, I'm a money woman. In case my boss watches this, and I just like to have fun.
Okay, very simple and short. So, like I said earlier, that you had been vocal about your relationship, and people will be wondering, okay, so what's there? Why was there that she can't be vocal about? Do you want me to break the ice or just say what
No,
it is?
go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so Adebola here has been in a distance relationship for 5 years. A round of applause. Because I really don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know when, and that's why she's here. So I think the kickoff question would be, okay, I've said you've been there for 5 years. The kickoff question would be, first of all, let's even know how you met him. That way we know how we will lead the conversation. And so how did you meet Mr.
Shagon.
S? Mr. S. How did you meet Shagun?
So in case you watch this, don't let your head swell too much.
Let
because
it
I know
swell.
That you will watch and you'll be feeling like. So
Okay.
I went to school in UI.
Okay.
I studied biochemistry. We were classmates. But it was one of those classmates that I really didn't speak to,
Okay.
just occasionally. And then in our fourth year, we were in the same, what's that thing we do at the end of projects? We're in the same project unit. So by virtue of that, we had to communicate more. So I had his number. I think it was in that fourth year that I finally had his number.
Okay.
You know, and then we talk once in a while. And we finished school, everybody went about their businesses. And in my service year, somebody just called me. I was like, ah, you know, ask of me. I was like, who you be?
Ask obviously.
Are you the oxygen that I breathe? You know, and then it was like, who is Sheikh? I was like, oh, I was actually happy to hear from him because I'd not spoken to him in a while. And rumor had it then that he had traveled abroad, but it was not really my friend. So I just wished him well and moved on. So he was like, oh, he's fine. He went abroad with his family, that he's trying to figure out a lot of things. And I was like, oh, that's good for you. And then he was like, we should keep in touch. You know how people say you should keep in touch? That's what I thought it was. But the next day, he texted me.
Okay.
On WhatsApp.
Energy. I love it.
And then I texted him back, and I just realized that we've been texting for like 6 months, back to back, carrying each other around. I was 7. He knew everywhere I was going. He knew the things I wanted to do. So after 6 months, I just told him that I cannot do this. So I have been single all my life. I can't do this.
All your
with a
life, that's
human
like
being.
how long?
All my life up to that point.
Okay.
So I was like, I can't do this thing that people do where they don't know whether somebody likes them, and it's not really my thing. So me, I like you. So you need
You
to
told
figure
him
out,
first
yes,
that I like you.
that you
Okay.
need to figure out if you like me. And if you do, we need to talk about what that
The way
means for
forward,
us.
yes.
And it was like, okay. He didn't say that he liked me back
Why?
immediately.
What's wrong with
As
him?
in, that's like you always do. You always try to add like
What's wrong with
a
him?
different feel
Okay.
sometimes. I think like maybe a few weeks down the line, he texted me and then it was like, oh, he liked me too, that he just needed time to process how to communicate that. And I was like, okay, so what happens now? It was like, we see what we are trying to do. Do you want to get in a relationship? And I was like, I don't know.
Was it for you? Was it like, oh, I don't want to do this, but like you already knew it was abroad, so
Yeah.
it's like, was that a major thing for you as to why you were like a little?
As a matter of fact, we didn't talk about it until we were in the relationship.
So you hadn't
You
had put your head inside before it's like, wait though.
We are not here. It didn't seem like a problem.
Okay.
We were just vibing. And sometimes I would be on the phone, I would sleep, we'll be there, he would be working, I would wake up, he's sleeping, now I'm working. It was a very
It's all 8 hours, 7
I'm
hours.
telling you, it was a very weird life.
Yeah.
It was when I was in the relationship that I was like, oh, this is long distance. I'm not going to see him whenever I want. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm in front of your house. Or let's go to Kinikon. You know, so, and then I think I told him to give me a little bit of time.
Okay.
And I also asked him if he was going to ask me out because I wanted to, because we know that we like each other doesn't mean that we should just enter a relationship. I wanted all the
You wanted to
paparazzi.
define like, what are we?
I wanted to be asked properly like a girl, you know. So towards the end of that year, that was in November. So his friend came to visit me. I lost my phone, as a matter
Okay.
of fact. So I couldn't even. Elawi was
Of course,
98.
yes,
I
yes.
could not also abandon. I
Abandon.
just chill. I think I had one to also be like that I was using that year. And then his friend came to my church and was like, "Oh, Shegun asked me to give you this." It was a box that was wrapped.
how nice.
And I was like, "Oh, this is so
Aw.
cute. Thank you so much." And then I go home. And I called him, I was like, I got it. And he was like, I shouldn't open it on that day, that I should open it on a Friday because we had a
Why?
date. in
Oh,
the
you had a
cafe.
date on that day. Okay.
So he said that this is the cafe I should go, and that's when I should open the gift. So I got dressed. You know, he sent me money to go for the date. I got dressed, and then I opened this. It was a new phone. So I was like, Uri mele da mi o ma ṣe.
Is your email jamming for?
That was my first iPhone. You got my first iPhone
Yeah.
too, by the way. So I went to the place. I ordered my food. We're talking all through on video call. Then he asked me.
He asked
if
you
I
out.
wanted to be his
So that's
girlfriend.
literally when you first started dating.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just wait there now. So you guys started dating, and from what you said, I picked out like, you know, at the beginning, it wasn't like there like distance because you probably would not have even known what effect it would have.
Yeah.
So at one point, 5 years from now is 2016. 20 what? My math.
2017.
I know maths.
2017.
I know maths.
You don't know.
Stop it. It's 20 what?
2017.
2017. So 2017 was when you started dating, I believe. What year was it for you? Like, what was that year that you're like, wait, maybe you just people you're like, I don't know. When it cuddles. But because it cuddles. Because why? Or guys,
God.
miles away. Or even know it's a cuddle.
Yeah?
My guy!
In the same year, because at
Yeah.
that point I was really young. I don't say really young, but I think I was just 22.
Okay.
So I was just becoming aware of how I accepted
okay,
love and
okay.
also not being in a love relationship
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Though I've had friends and people that I wanted to date, but we never just really got there. So I didn't really know how much physical touch was a love language for me. I didn't know.
So it was him. It was him.
It was until when you're talking to me, you're saying all the things I need to hear. You are sending all the things I need. You are doing act of service and giving me gift. But
I
it's
will
not
not
like
be a nuisance today.
but it's not like
Yeah, I get you.
flesh to flesh, you know. So that's when I really realized. I think it was like January, or that was like 2 months that I was just like, there's something missing in this relationship.
Okay.
Like this is a perfect relationship. My God, I'm so blessed. But there's something missing. I can't touch. I can't smell this guy. And me, I'm like that. I always want to be in your skin. If it's
Yeah, our committee of cats. We Olongo Association. We know ourselves.
So I told him then that I don't know how. So that was the first time we had the conversation. Like,
Okay.
I don't know how this is going to work. I like to be hugged. I like to be carried.
And this was the first year.
This was the first year. This was
Okay.
like 2 months
Into the relationship.
And
Okay.
it was like, yeah, that it's this is how he is. That what are we gonna do and stuff and stuff. So it just, I think that time I didn't really place much value on all of those things, you know. So what it was doing for me in the other ways were very, how would I call it, enough. They were to that, at that point, they were very sufficient. So I wasn't really feeling it as much.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
as I started to grow and 25, 24, 25, 26, I started to see that I'm gonna need.
Yeah, this is very important.
I'm
But
gonna
what
need
year
you.
was it? Go. So what you have said now is still like a very minor effect thing. Because we know how this I mean, I'm also in a semi-distance relationship. Semi.
I like how you call it.
Because it's not here but is mostly around. And I think that's one of the things that I feel I'm thankful to God for. That you can say bye-bye now and then I'm like, bye. Because I know that in another
you see
2-3 months it would come. And I'm just thankful to God for the provision,
yeah.
you know. So I can imagine. So if this first year you had that mild clarity of, okay, I need to smell him, I need to see him. Was there a time that it's like, wait, Seth, go. I'm not, Oga, see, come and be going, you know. I'm not doing this thing again. What happened, Seth? Did you have that moment?
Yes, I think
What
I
year
had
was that?
moment in 2018. So I moved back to Lagos because greener pastures.
Okay.
And
where were you before?
I was in Ibadan.
Okay.
And when I moved to Lagos, I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew that I wasn't going to send my CV to any uncle. I was not going to apply for a regular job. I knew I wanted something different in my life and I would get it. So the first 2 months when I moved to Lagos, I was living with my mom, and it was a lot because she didn't know why I wasn't getting a job. Because how can you be smart? How can you go to school and you're back at home and you're just in the house?
Yeah.
You know, so it was a lot, and I was trying to let everybody understand that I don't want to do a 9 to 5. I don't want to just sit down behind some miserable job. That is the kind of work I'm looking for, and I feel this out there. Just give me time. So it was a really trying time. I used to cry every time. I used to cry in the morning, cry in the night, you know, and then you would be like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm not sorry, but you're
making it worse. You're making it worse.
You know, that time I really needed somebody to be there for me. And I felt like it was the only one that could have been there for me because it would pamper me, it would hold me, it would tell me everything's going to be fine, it would kiss my forehead. And I did not have that. That time was when it really hit me that long distance relationship can be suffer. Because I needed someone not just to tell me that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And just saying everything's going to be okay.
Be touching me, be rubbing my head.
Kissing my head,
Yeah.
be carrying me.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted, but
It wasn't there.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. But you know, and this was what year now?
2018.
This was like a year after. So let's just backtrack now. That's like 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
Was it 3 years earlier? Yes.
Yeah, your
It's
math
5
is
years
good.
now.
You're trying.
See, people should not, this father man's expert. Don't even go there. So just cover me up.
I'm trying.
Thank you. So, that being said, so I've established the fact that there was honestly a time in the relationship that it's like, nah, I don't. And did you tell him at this point, like, I'm done? So that leads to my next conversation and question. How many times have you guys broken up and come back? Don't lie.
No.
Children of God, you know what?
I'm thinking about it. It has never happened to me.
You've never broken up. But have you had almost
Have
break
we
up?
had almost?
Yeah.
Yes, one time. And it was just last year. Was it last year?
Oh.
Yeah, just last year.
Just last year. Wow.
Just last year.
That's further into the relationship.
Yes, that's like fresh.
Yeah.
I can still even imagine, I can still
things.
feel all the things that were happening around that time.
So I won't even ask what happened because I believe that there has to be a personal, you know,
Stuff.
a personal thread to it. But I want to know, and this leads to conflict resolution. So it's bad enough that
Yeah.
you can't see the person you are dating. You can't be with the person you are dating. Even people that they are living in one house, they fight. They fight. You know, so I can imagine you not seeing someone. How has this affected your conflict resolution ability? You know, because now you're saying you almost broke up, but you did not break up.
Yeah.
That's some lucky thing, because not a lot of people are able to do that. Some people, they have the relationship, just one fight,
and
everything is scatter, but look at you now, you guys are still thriving. So
Yeah.
I know that methods, and PS guys, our method does not need to work for you. Figure out what works for you, but I believe that there's always a shadow of it that will still be fine. So tell us about the conflict resolution ability. How have you guys been able to make this work?
So for us, both of us are so one of the reasons that I'm with Shegun is that when I first started talking to him, outside of the fact that he was my friend and classmate, I used to think that he was boboing me. I used to tell people, that my friends that were around me then, that this guy is lying to me. This is not how people say guys are. Because my picture of guys are always macho, bottled up. Shegun is very soft with himself, with his emotions. If he's not happy, he's going to say, well, I felt this way. I could not reason it. Like, how can you be like this?
Yeah.
And that's how me I am. I process my feelings a lot. So one of the things that we talked about before we started dating, as one of the tenets of the relationship, because we actually wrote things out that we wanted to, when you're young and you're in love, you do all these things. So one of the things that we said is that we'd never be upset and not talk.
Has that worked? Because I hear people say it a lot, and it almost feels like cliche.
We can be fighting, but we still take on each other and care. And then when we are ready to discuss it, you talk down with me that thing that happened yesterday or the first day, are we ready? And I'm like, I'm still processing it. Okay, we are ready. Time for the conference call. And we sit down, and even
are you supposed to do Zoom call and Google Meet?
Sometimes you do Zoom.
Agenda of the day.
So, and it's always because it's me, I'm what's the word? Because of my personality, I'm a lot. He feels things internally. He's more introverted than I am, and most times he's the one that I should be listening to. So when we come together to resolve an issue, it's always this is what happened.
Yeah.
This is how you did. This is what you did, and this is what that made me feel. So we always try to remove ourselves from the situation so that we don't get upset. He's never said things like, you are this to me. It's always what you did.
There's respect there.
What you did was, and the same with me. I'm always like, you're selfish. I've never, like, there's some, and it's not like I am actively trying not to do those things. It's just, I know the kind of relationship that I want, and I have nurtured it so much that I can't just throw words like that. So our conflict resolution is always, when something happens,
address it.
Let's address it. If you're not ready to address it now, let's know when you're ready, and then we will talk about it. And right after we talk about it, and you let me understand how you felt, I try to explain to you. It's not every time that is everything rosy, because you still do all those things and it still be, you don't understand. I'm like, sorry, because
I can't help
I don't know.
I don't know what to say, right?
And just because I want to make you happy does not mean I should deprive myself. I feel. I do not feel like this thing is something that I should be apologizing for, because I did it because that's how you did this. And so most times though, I can very calm. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're able to accept if you really know. Yeah.
And sometimes I just accept
because
I don't like fight.
We don't want to do this. Not now.
It's already enough that you're far away. I cannot be fighting with you.
Yeah. Wow. So wow. I love that.
So I just leave it, and sometimes it leaves me. I know when it can really sit on an issue and be like, I know it's your fault. But I know that it just leaves me sometimes like, it's been a rough week, or it's been a bad day. And sometimes when I'm not joking about it, it can bring bits like, that other time that you did. I just laugh about it. I just left you because that month, all the weight of the world was on your head. So don't be doing that with me, and then we just laugh about it. And it works out. That's how
I actually love that, for what you said, there's respect, there's understanding, and I also like that you admitted that it's not all the time it works.
Yeah.
So it's not always like, every time we talk about it, we sort it out. There are times that it'll be so, and I really love that honesty. So just because of time, tell me two things that you honestly, minus God, because of course God has sustained you guys this far. If not for God. So minus God, what other two factors do you think has held you guys together till now?
So I don't, when I
I'm curious to see what you want to say.
The first thing I want to say, if you do not really understand that concept, you will think that it's very superficial.
Okay.
Number one, which is the thing I want to say that feels, but is the story. The story is keeping us going. When we started dating, there was a story of the type of love life and home and family I wanted to build. And that story is a story I've always told myself growing up. I've always known the kind of family I wanted, the kind of husband I wanted. That's why it was very important that I dated Shegun, or I am dating Shegun. I don't think I can be in another relationship with another man. I don't think if it was another man that we were even in the same space, it wouldn't have ended. Because there's something about the kind of man that can marry.
Yeah. Ooh.
And
love it.
And even when Shegun was just 21 that we met, he had it in a degree. And as we are growing together, he still has it, as successful or as rich or as whatever that I might get. He's still a man that I want to respect. He's still someone that I want to care for. I care about his dreams. I want to help him to, to
bring it to
nurture him. And that story is very important because it also matches with his story of the type of family and home that he wants. So he cannot, since he met me and our story are aligned, he cannot see another person in the story but me. And same from my own end too. So when we remove ourselves from the picture, it just doesn't make sense.
You guys are literally in sync.
Do you get? So that's one of the things. So we are doing, one of the things that keep me is the story. All the things we've been through before we met each other. Because he has been in a relationship, one relationship before me. All the things that he has been through, also with his family, because he's also a very family-oriented guy. They are very close in his family. Me too, I have my family, we are really close. So all those things together, those stories are so important that sometimes it keeps me going. Sometimes I can be like, I'm done. I don't think I can do this anymore. But then I remember all the things that we've been through. And the things that I know that when we do get to see and marry and live in the same space, how our life is going to be beautiful and colorful. So that keeps me going.
Yeah, and second thing?
Then the second thing that keeps me going is, let me just pick it up out of my head. Shegun's kindness. Shegun is really kind. And most times when people talk about people's kindness, they talk about how they give something. But Shegun always gives of himself all the time. This, I think I told you when I came that I was speaking to him in the early hours of the morning. We're talking about his career. He knows how to just center things back to you and also help you pull out of every conversation. And that's very important for me because not very many people can impress me, can tell me what to do, or can help me in this life. But Shegun, if I need anything, if I'm stuck at work, it's not a storyteller, it's not anything marketing. He doesn't know all the other things that I'm doing, I'm not marketing related. He doesn't know about it. But if I call him, solution my daddy.
He would pay attention
solution
to you.
My daddy. He will be like, oh, can you, most of the things I've done professionally, how I've addressed people, how I've been able to enter rooms, how I've been able to talk to people and collect stuff of people. It's not that taught me. He just send me the template, send this email to them, right?
Like
this. And then I push to them and then it works. And it's always about my progress. It's always about my success. And that's very important for me.
That's actually very good.
You need to be okay with the fact that I'm very ambitious. I'm going to move like mad. I have other things that I want to do.
You say move like mad.
I have other things I want to do and I need you to be
there.
I don't have to always be checking in.
Like,
is it okay if I've told you the vision, babe, let me be
Magical shake. But I really like that, I've support, the story and support, and of course God is there. I'm sure every other thing follows. Just quickly, the year since gone. Yeah, you see when people said it, he was 21.
I'm older than him with
okay.
I'm older than
it's very key. I mean, if you don't want to talk about
it's fine.
Yeah, so I know how age. I know it's not me, sir. It will certainly be behind closed doors. Right, but I know how age can be a factor in relationships. It takes a level of maturity for it not to be a factor.
Yeah.
Has it ever been? Has it ever been a thing? It hasn't. I love that. I really love, because I've heard stories of you're older.
That's what you're doing.
Because if you didn't even say it in the conversation, you most likely would not have come out. So I really, really give it to you for that. When else did you see Shegun?
Are you right?
Is it Is it
It's been everlasting.
Kilo Shele.
I've not seen Shegun in 3 years.
Please, I want to hear that. Wah, wah, wah.
So you have to
In 3 years.
3 years.
What?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And how? Please, wait, are you guys willing to see?
Yes.
Please, how soon? We are going to carry placards this year. We'll protest.
You go and protest in US embassy. They should
you
release
must
my
see.
visa.
Please, they will release it. They should release it. Please, 3 years you haven't seen yourselves. So how have you been able to balance that thing out?
So we spend a lot of time together.
How much time? What are the things that you do? And that's how I'm going to even close this session. What are the things? So you can just make it together. What has worked for you? And then also, what are the things that you have done? Your method that if people try, it will work for them as well. What are the methods that you put in place to sustain your relationship?
So Shegun and I are very creative people. So a lot of our creative energy is put into our work. He's a photographer and a visual person. And then he's also a tech bro. So he's always busy. And then there's me on the side too. I'm always busy.
Texas.
So I think that because we channel a lot of our energy into our work, I would just check the time, and I've been sitting at my desk for 6 hours working. So most of my day has gone, and then we just stay on the phone and talk. Some of the things that have worked for me, I've put it on my Instagram before, like I think 50 things that you can do with your long distance relationship partner. And I've done everything on that list.
Wow.
And I'm still looking for more.
So just give us 5.
So my favorite one is there's an app called Paired. Paired. Yes.
Okay.
And then the two of you can be on it like your own circle, and then they can be giving you like questions every day or activities every
both
day.
of you just keep.
Yes, and it's on everything: life, money, raising kids, fun. And then we also watch movies together. So I think we had a date. The last movie date we had was in December. We watched this thing together. West Side Story was a musical because we both love musicals. So we watched that together. We do it on whether Netflix party or Disney or all of these apps that have all these watch party things. Then we also have house dates. I've put that on my Instagram too before, where I just clean out a side of my living room. I put my light. He puts his light on.
Efforts. Is there effort for me?
Food. Wow. I sit down. We take pictures. We talk. We connect. Most times we do that when we feel like we've been so busy.
Yeah, and you just need to fill up.
And then we always carry each other along, like our day. Like today, after I finished speaking to him at 6 a.m. this morning, I've sent him pictures. Yeah, there's always an ongoing conversation. It's never dry in the chat room. And as we're talking on iMessage, we are laughing at a meme on Instagram, and we are sharing things on Twitter. So the conversation space is a lot. We use all these tools to our disposal. And then finally, we also share friends. Our friends are, my people know him.
You have mutual friends already,
So my people know him, he knows my people. So in a way, when I was in Ibadan, when we just started, his friend used to come take me out.
On his behalf.
And say, I know you are missing him. He's been crying to me too. I just decided to take you out today, or bring me food, bring me gifts. So that has also helped. We have a support group.
That's what I was going to say. You guys have people that are supportive. And that's very the fact that from what I hear, it's been intentional from the beginning, and that's what he has sustained 3 years. I love that you guys have been able to. I love that I made the right choice of bringing Adebola on my channel, because 3 years, and I know some people have 1, 2, and it's like, oh my god. Yeah, I hope you've learned something from Adebola today.
I must say that if you want your long distance relationship to work, do not listen to people that say that long distance relationship.
Don't listen to people, exactly.
Because I've heard that a lot. Everybody scoffed. That first
even people that have not been in it before.
Even people that loved me, they scoffed. They say, you wasn't
they work.
They do.
You say ole, with accent mark.
Because it was in Ibadan.
Oh wow, okay.
I don't know that was it. And here we are. I'm getting married soon. Come and collect ID.
Yes. Please, I'm going to wear. You give me a straight B. I'm going to wear gele.
I'm sorry,
I'll tie gele. I said wear gele. I'll tie gele.
That was saying it's probably going to be an abroad.
Why? What makes you think I will not be there?
You will come.
What makes you think I will not be? Please don't roll. Don't roll me.
Thank you. Come. I will not be for your ticket.
Business class ticket. That's if I'm not even there. I'm not saying. But I really love that this conversation was. Guys, prepare. It's going to be long because we're going to shorten the conversation. Why are we? It's a lot to learn, and I love that we're able to capture so much in a short time. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
àwọn tó ní lè ṣe. I hope that they'll be utoy. That's what it is, you know. And I really hope you get to see him soon, because you have to see him soon. 3 years. Don't let
if you are watching this and you have connect in the US visa embassy, call me.
Link up with your babe. Our handle is here.
Yes. Yeah. Call me.
Please, people should not make it 4 years, because I know as much as you guys are able to sustain it, there's also a thing of, you know, where there's that disadvantage to longevity. You know, it just keeps going on. But I'm very sure this year is this year. Thank you, Adebola, for the serious part. I have a game I want her to play. I'm just going to ask you some questions. You're going to pick, and then you just answer. Just to create a fun side to the story. So you have just 3 questions to answer. You can pick 3 papers now.
I should pick 3.
Yeah. Let me shake the last one. Okay, go on. Alrighty. Just try to open one.
Okay. So the first one. When was the last time you searched on Google? This morning. What did you search for? I searched for a book.
Good girl.
It was a book. I'm trying to steal a book off the internet. I didn't find it though. Second one is if you can have one useless superpower.
Useless keyword.
Ability to eat anything.
Eat anything and not grow fat. Very useless superpower.
Was let me find husband.
Useless.
And finally, if you got banned from a library, what would the reason be? Talking to man, laughing with man, doing romance.
So you're not step out to go and receive the call?
Doing romance inside the library, peppering people.
Bad behavior. But I mean, thank you guys for staying with myself and Adebola on today's video. I really had a good time hearing and learning from her, because some things I picked for myself. You know, I'm sure it's going to be a nice one while you watch as well. Watch out for the next video where I'll be talking about something also related to relationship, love, and marriage. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Let's say it together. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Thank you so much. I remain yours sincerely, Mo.